Good evening, I'm Laura Lee. Thanks for joining us. New data out today shows Minnesota's budget surplus is higher than predicted a few months ago. Northern News Now's Briggs LaSavage listened in as lawmakers shared that update today. Briggs, how might recent events play into those numbers?
Yeah, Laura, it's still too early to tell how recent news, including pauses on certain federal funding to the state amid fraud investigations and Operation Metro Surge, might impact Minnesota's bottom line in the years ahead. But here's a look at the data they did release today. This morning, state officials said the projected surplus for next fiscal year is now at $3.7 billion. That's an increase from $1.3 billion from the last projection in November. In that same November projection, Minnesota was expected to see a $3 billion deficit by 2028-2029. But today's latest data actually projects that's now looking more like a $377 million surplus. Experts warn that the state is still spending more than it's taking in, though, which could further complicate things down the road. Today, though, Governor Tim Walz credited the budget lawmakers passed last spring for putting Minnesota in a strong position right now, despite recent challenges.
We've had disciplined budgeting, help protect Minnesotans from a lot. Over the last 7 years, I guess, between global pandemics, global economic turndowns, tariffs, Operation Metro Surge, and the Trump administration's continued retribution against Minnesota.
Meanwhile, Minnesota Republicans say today's news just shows Minnesotans are overtaxed.
Also seeing that conformity to program integrity requirements set by the federal government is a necessary step to cut down on fraud and ensure that dollars are going to those that need it the most, as well as to ensure that we don't lose the federal dollars.
And again, it's unclear how federal funding pauses and Operation Metro Surge could impact Minnesota's budget. But Walz is set to put out his supplemental budget proposal next month, which will include adjustments that lawmakers might consider this session. But Minnesota is in the middle of a 2-year budget right now, so lawmakers don't have to pass a full new budget before the session ends this spring. Live in studio, Briggs LaSavage, Northern News Now.